That's it.
Nice difference.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Friday night and another Wrestling with Savage. We are waiting for Smackdown to get started. It's not quite started yet on Fox. It's commercials, but, it'll be soon. And other than that, just trying not to fry in a state where it's 108 today. So, how is everyone doing? How's y'all's Friday nights going? Over here. And here we go. In memory of Darren Drozdov. I'm not sure how you say that last name, but so Draws passed away, evidently. So, sad news, but I know this is going to sound terrible to say, but legends seem to be dropping like flies lately. So, get into the intro logo, which I actually enjoy. And in the meantime, also playing some. Hey, John. And in the meantime, I'm also playing some Fight Forever, which is a very good game, and anyone who says otherwise is wrong. 18,000 people in attendance tonight, which is impressive. We're getting 2 weeks ago when Jey Uso turned on Roman Reigns and joined his brother Jimmy, and they're talking about how Roman and Solo and the Usos, it says the bloodline explodes tonight. I would invite you, John, but I'm actually not even sure how you do that. So let's see. How does that work? No, don't have that. Yeah, I don't actually know how to add people, or I would. Sorry. So other than that, we're just gonna get ready for SmackDown to run. It's gonna be good. Should be a good show tonight. Honestly, I'm one of those people that will tell you that SmackDown is better than Raw 90% of the time, but kicking it off with a undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship match. Kevin Owens coming out first. You're a big block? I don't know what that means, but okay. You're a big block. Okay. Oh, let's go. I will admit the Worlds Apart theme is incredibly catchy. I'm not a huge, I mean, he's good. I'm not a huge Sami Zayn fan, but he's really good, and I like his entrance music. His entrance music is really good. I'm doing good, Mick Thomason. How are you doing, man? It's always a good night to watch SmackDown and have John Moxley beating the crap out of Jeff Hardy on AEW Fight Forever. So, anytime you get to beat up Jeff Hardy, that's a good night. All righty. So, Zayn and Owens getting their, whoa. Which that theme has gotten really popular. And tonight they're taking on Pretty Deadly, who I'm looking forward to this, actually. I think this should be good. So it'll be interesting to see. Pretty Deadly coming out wearing, what does it say? And on one side and new on the other. I like that. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, so now we're getting Pretty Deadly making their entrance. I actually like that. Normally, I don't care for Pretty Deadly's entrance attires, but I like how on their cape things, one side said "and" in blue, and the other side said "new" in red. I actually like that. I think that was an interesting touch, but it worked out. Wait, I have it on. I have it on not super loud, guys, so that no copyright slams or anything. But so I can't fully tell. But I think Pretty Deadly may have got new entrance music. Or at least it doesn't sound like their usual entrance music. So, tag team championship match, guys. Y'all excited for this? So it's going to start off with Sami Zayn and the dark-haired Pretty Deadly. I'm still trying to learn the names. I believe that's Prince. No, Wilson is the dark-haired one, and Prince is the light-haired one, I believe. So, Sami Zayn starting off things with a headlock takeover. Now he's transitioning into not an armbar. Hold on. Sorry, hold on 1 second, guys. Sorry. So, let's see. Pretty Deadly forcing Sami Zayn into the ring rope. Sorry about all the yawns, guys. I didn't sleep too good last night, so we now have Pretty Deadly wailing, just repeated blows, and then a kick to the head. Now he's got him in the ropes, and he is choking him with the ropes. The Pretty Deadly Eye is choking Sami Zayn. I'm still trying to remember who is who in Pretty Deadly. I don't know why. I used to be great with names and faces and hair colors and all that, but it's disappeared in my old age, I guess. Now they're slamming Sami Zayn on the announce table, repeatedly slamming him. And we're going to a commercial break. So, perfect time to ask a question. Anyone who wants to answer, feel free. I'm just curious to see what y'all guys think. Who do you feel is the biggest wrestler on the Smackdown roster? Who do y'all think is the biggest person on the Smackdown roster who they've done nothing with? And one for me, personal, I thought Bobby Lashley was drafted to SmackDown. How come it seems like we haven't seen him like at all? Am I wrong? Did I miss it? Was Lashley not drafted to was he not drafted? Did I miss that? Because I'm pretty sure he was drafted to SmackDown, and yet we've seen none of it. Bunch of commercials, so moving on to other more fun stuff, which in the meantime of commercials, namely playing Fight Forever. It's a little rough around the edges. I'm not saying it's perfect, but if you like those old school wrestling games like No Mercy or SmackDown versus Raw, the great ones that we just don't get anymore, it's a good game. I like it. I don't care that it doesn't look the best. I don't care that it doesn't necessarily, I don't care that it doesn't necessarily, it's not like it doesn't look like a WWE 2K game. I've heard all these complaints, but I got to say that for me personally, I don't really care because it's fun to play, and that's what a game first and foremost should be. So did y'all hear the news? This hasn't been confirmed, but supposedly his AEW / Ring of Honor contract is going to be ending soon, and supposedly WWE is showing interest in bringing Brian Cage to WWE. And I'm like, I think Brian Cage could be a good fit for WWE. I think that he's I think he fits well with their current stuff. We can say stuff like, oh, well, with Vince being a side queen and all that stuff. But the reality is big guys are always going to be in demand in wrestling. It's just, it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Who doesn't want to see Arnold Schwarzenegger beat somebody up in a movie? We all want to see that. Bunch of commercials, nobody cares. And we're back, I think. Yes. We're back, and we are back to this tag team match. They're doing an overhead camera, so I can't see what's actually going on. Pretty Deadly with a jumping knee drop to Sami Zayn. And we got him in a rear chin lock, which is a good. I like that Pretty Deadly doesn't look like the kind of tag team you would expect to be well versed in the grapple and ground and pound and all that stuff of wrestling, but they're actually very good at it. Sami Zayn with a jawbreaker, dropping jawbreaker. I'm gonna call it dropping jawbreaker. I don't think he actually dropped anywhere, but still learning all the move names. Tagged in now. Kevin Owens into the match, and let's see what we got here. So we're just repeatedly stomping Pretty Deadly Blonde. Let's see. Both of them go over the top rope. Kevin Owens just going wild tonight. Running around the ring and clothesline or lariat, I guess. Another lariat. So first it was Prince and then Wilson who got it. And then Kevin Owens with a running senton to Wilson. Super kick to Prince. He's in position. Suck it. Cannonball from Kevin Owens. Uh-oh. Looked like Owens might have tweaked something on that. Well, he's favoring his left ankle as he's trying to go to the top rope. And Swanton bomb from Kevin Owens to Prince to retain the tag titles, but Wilson breaks it up at 2. And here we go. He's back up. Back up. What is he going for? Stunner. No. Oh, and Owens' left ankle gives out. Wilson pulls Zayn off the apron and slams him into the steel steps. Now, Prince with a chop block to Kevin Owens. They are really working over that leg. Let's see. Double team maneuver now. Ooh, that was nice. Whatever that was. That was like an assisted code breaker almost. And Kevin Owens powers out at 2. Picture in picture now, making everything hard to see. Prince wants in. Wilson tags in Prince. They're going for spilled milk. Spilled milk. 1, 2, and Sammy breaks it up. Now Wilson immediately wailing on what's his name on Sami Zayn. Standing switch by Elton. Didn't work. Kevin Owens with a back suplex. Sammy dragging Wilson back into the ring. Still champions? I guess you must be a little bit ahead of me. Yeah, you're a little ahead of me because Sami Zayn is just now dragging Prince back in. Wilson, roll up 1, 2. Kick out by Sami Zayn. Uppercut from Wilson. Throws him into the corner. He hits Prince off. Exploder suplex into the turnbuckles. Up, telling him to get up. Kevin Owens with a stunner to Prince, and now haluva kick to Wilson. 1, 2, 3. Yep. So, still your champions, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Good match though. Pretty Deadly actually did a pretty good job there of looking like legitimate threats, and even though they didn't give them the titles tonight, I still think that there's tag team gold in the future for Pretty Deadly. So So that's how we kicked off tonight, and been talking about the bloodline. I don't think y'all will actually hear my thing over the. So I'm going to turn it up a little bit so I can know what's going on. They're showing us how Solo Sikoa just laid out Ridge Holland, just laid him out for no reason other than because he can. So now they're showing how Sheamus took on friggin' Solo Sikoa, and actually, what was honestly may have been the best match that night. Sheamus did a really good job of making Solo Sikoa look really good, in my opinion. I think that he made him look like. I mean, there's a lot of people who can go against opponents like and look good, and Sikoa does look good and vicious, but I think that Sheamus really helped him kind of look like, oh my gosh, this guy is an absolute beast. So now they're talking about they want a match. Yep. He's saying tonight we're gonna get oh my gosh, I just said his name. Why am I Ridge Holland? Ridge Holland versus Austin Theory. And if Ridge Holland wins, then he might get it says he may get a title match against anyways, Ridge Holland versus Austin Theory now, and if Austin Theory loses, or I guess I should say if Ridge Holland wins, then it will be that he gets a title match this Sunday at Money in the Bank. Is that right? Yes, it's Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank is this Sunday. I don't know why that took me a minute to remember that it's Money in the Bank this Sunday, but I guess it's because, like, a part of me wanted to be like, oh, well, this Sunday when it's Slammiversary, then I was like, no, wait, that's the wrong company. And that's on, I think, tonight, actually. But so right now it's just, Austin Theory making his entrance, who, I honestly like Theory's entrance. I find myself sometimes during the day, I'll just be humming and I'll be like, hey, town down, scream it out loud. It's a good entrance theme. It is. Commercial break. Meanwhile, not that anybody cares, but meanwhile, I am laying into both of the roads, honestly. Here we go with my regular finish. V-trigger into a military press power slam. Get out of here, Dustin. Nobody likes you anyways. Pin 1, 2, 3. So I got the win for our team, and all is right in the world. Yes, Money in the Bank this. Oh, it's Saturday? Why did I think it was Sunday? Is it Sunday over there, maybe? Yeah, I'm surprised by how good AEW is. I like the fact that it's got kind of more of a arcade feel to it. Like, you have to level up your stats and, uh, you know, good. So, Domino's commercial, which is not good because it actually made me want Domino's. Sophia versus the world. The FIFA Women's World Cup is going on. Not that anybody cares about that. Tonight we're in London, England, as they get ready for Money in the Bank this Saturday. As it's Mick reminded me. Which Mick, I'm actually going to give you a nice shout out. Thank you for reminding me that it was Saturday. I don't know why I'm still thinking it's Sunday. I guess it's because I'm just so used to it being that. No, I'm not going to apologize to Dustin. I look, I like Dustin Rhodes, but the simple fact of the matter is that he's not his brother. He's not. People don't care about the second most famous person in the family. They care about the most famous, which, again, I like Dustin Rhodes. But so now we're going to get Ridge Holland versus Austin Theory in what could actually be a really good match, because I'll be one of the first people to say I think Ridge Holland is extremely underrated. And I know there was some people who are not, they don't love the fact that, what happened with, what's his name? With Big E. And I get that. And people are like, well, he hurt Big E. Yes, he did. But you have to remember, he did not intentionally hurt Big E. It wasn't like he intentionally went, oh, I'm going to hit this move because I think it could cripple him. That's not what he did. But I'll be interested to see Ridge Holland and Austin Theory locking up, which is a mistake in my opinion, because Austin Theory getting the better of Ridge Holland for a minute, which is surprising when you consider that Ridge Holland is much bigger. Ridge Holland, though, powering Austin Theory to the other side, and short arm clotheslines. Now a slap to the back, and Austin Theory looks like Ridge Holland is getting the better of him tonight. Hey, Richard in Gracia. I'm going to say it like I'm saying it like a in Gracia. But anyways, how you doing, man? Friday night, Ridge Holland versus Austin Theory. So far with Holland getting all the good moves. Just went for like a headlock swing. Now he's got him lifted up in a butterfly suplex. Cover one. Kick out by Theory at 1. And we've got friggin' Wade Barrett with a soundbite now calling him Ridge the Fridge. Oh, but Theory reverses it and sends the Fridge straight into the ring post. Cover 1, 2, and a kick out. Repeated kicks to Ridge Holland. And in my game, the good old finish it's always going to be. Actually, that's it. Oh, Ridge Holland with a massive shoulder tackle, and now that belly to belly, and another belly to belly. And now, is he going for a third belly to belly? He is a third belly to belly. Theory on the outside. Holland counters it. Let's see, what is this? Oh, drop kick to Ridge Holland's throat. 1, 2, 3. Austin Theory wins with a drop kick to the throat of all things. Don't see finishes like that very often, but tying into the last week when Solo Sikoa Samoan spiked him, factoring that into the actual ending. That's pretty good. That's some good writing from whoever pitched that ending. Oh, Austin Theory proceeding to mount, and now he's just hammering blows. And here comes Sheamus. Sheamus going for a bro kick. Theory ducks under it, and he is running the hell away. As far as I know, he does not have a match tomorrow. I disagree with you that he's boring. I actually think that for the young up and coming talent, he's actually pretty good. But I do not believe he has a match tomorrow unless they decide to go with the angle of all this happened tonight. So he's going to have to defend his U.S. title against Sheamus, which I would not be opposed to actually. Commercials. We're seeing more and more WWE merchandise to buy, which I still say I need to get that flaming shirt with. I need to get that flaming Cody Rhodes t-shirt. That's actually a good shirt. It's a really good shirt, actually. So, one of the things that I think is really cool about Fight Forever is that whatever your wrestler theme is, so like let's say you pick the Ghost Town Triumph, the one that's Adam Page's, for your custom wrestler. Instead, it'll do a remixed version of it in the menu screen, which I think is kind of cool. I like when they do stuff like that. I think that's cool. Commercial for Wendy's. I'm not a big Wendy's guy. Never have been. That's annoying. I said, yes, I'll join Death Triangle. And then they proceeded to go, oh, you're standing up there looking down on us? You're standing down up there looking down on us. Now we're going to fight you instead. It's like, wait, why'd you offer me the chance to join them if the answer was going to be that they just instantly turn on me? But, whatever. It actually sounds about right for AEW's booking. So tonight it will be my character versus Lucha Muchasaurus. For those of y'all who don't know, Mucha Lucha was a kids cartoon show about masked luchadors that was actually very entertaining. If you've never watched it, I suggest go watch an episode. It's actually really entertaining. It was from the late early 2000s, but I could be wrong, but I think it was the late early 2000s. And that's the thing. You learn about new things on our show. You learn about great TV shows that were on a long time ago and that you could go watch now if you got nothing better to do. Obviously not now, because you're watching Smackdown and we appreciate you being here. Mick, I know you well enough to know you're going to ask me about it, so I'll go ahead and just pull it up, see what we think. Oh, and we're back now. They're talking about the All-Star game, the All-Star baseball game, another thing I don't really care about, but I get it. I do. It's on Fox and we're getting a Karrion Kross says AJ Styles is one of the most decorated competitors of all time. He felt him gasping for air. It felt phenomenal. He beat him in only 3 moves. And now next week is Checkmate. TikTok. So I guess next week we're going to get AJ Styles versus Karrion Kross. They're okay, Richard. I don't think there's not very many of them here. So I've got nothing against White Castle. It's just, they're not really a very big option around here. The biggest thing we have out here that's big other than Whataburger is we have a place called Shep's that's really good. It has sourdough buns for their stuff. So it's really good. They've got what they call a Greek pesto burger, and it's pesto. So it's pesto, Kamada olives, feta cheese, and red peppers, and or sun-dried tomatoes, and it's really good. Roman Reigns, the undisputed WWE Championship. I mean, this is pretty typical. We've seen this stuff before. Talking about how great the Usos are, talking about how great Roman Reigns is, how great the Bloodline is, which they are, admittedly, but Triangle de la Muerte. They're talking about the Usos and how they helped him win so many of the championship matches, including the ones against Brock Lesnar. And then they're showing us about how there were the cracks started appearing because of the fact that, let's be honest here, Roman did not treat them with the respect I don't want to say necessarily deserved, but I mean, they did a good job, in my opinion, of making it seem like the Usos are justified in doing things the way they did. Out of my head, you're out of time. Man, I hope we get to see Pac again at some point soon. I'm a big fan of Pac. I've been for a while, but I recognize also that because of his country's rules, So, Roman, they're showing us the implosion of the bloodline when Roman was just mistreating Jay to the point where Jimmy kicked him in the face. But that was honestly the best super kick I've ever seen Jimmy Uso do. Jay, if you're in here, get your butt on the stream. I don't know if you are or not. I'm just saying if you are. So, anyways, they're talking about fix this, showing us how Solo Sikoa had the chance to help his brothers, but instead chose to help out Roman Reigns. That was actually really well done. I was pretty certain. I was pretty certain that Solo Sikoa was going to side with Roman Reigns, but they just did it so well to where you were like, well, maybe he's not. Maybe he is. Maybe he isn't. Maybe he's not. I believe Savage is on vacation with his family, which, again, Savage works hard for not only us, but for his job and everything. So, I say if he wants a little vacation, let him have a vacation. Not that I'm saying y'all are saying not saying that, but I'm just saying, I think he's earned a little bit of a vacation. V-Trigger. Bitter End. Or I say Bitter End. I think that's actually the X-Plex, but still. 1, 2, 3. And they are showing us how the bloodline absolutely imploded. It was an implosion. This is one of the few storylines in WWE in a while where I have been heavily invested. It's felt so real. We all know that person who takes his family for granted. We all know those people who are like, oh, this is all for me. We know those people who are like, I feel like I've been in your shadow this whole time. It's been a good storyline because they've just built it in a very believable way. And to this Saturday, we get the Bloodline Civil War. Damage Control coming out now. Money in the Bank ladder match for Bailey versus Shotzi. I mean, I don't get a choice in that. If it was up to me, I would have Jay on here though. Oh, so in AEW Fight Forever, I just had Brody Lee come up and compliment my character. So, that's kind of cool. I don't know what. Messed up on that. The mini games are not always necessarily the best, but let's see. Crap. Got a nut. No, absolutely, they should not push Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke is one of those people who I could care less if we ever see her again. Sorry, Richard. Normally I agree with you on a lot of things, but nope. Who am I going to face? So I'm facing Hack. Man, I still don't know what they were thinking when they didn't do anything with Neville. That still seemed like, what were they thinking? But, whatever. Ah! Here comes Shotzi to compete against Bailey. They're talking about her tank maybe didn't come in and tank couldn't fit, and who cares? That tank is absolutely horrendous. We need to get rid of it. Shotzi, they're showing about how Bailey has to put her spot on the line against Shotzi because EO said Bailey accepted. And so we're going to get Bailey versus Shotzi, which is another match that, I'm not sure I ever really believed if I wanted it or not, but, whatever. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. How is this fair? Seriously, I'm having to fight all 3 members of Death Triangle at the same time. How is that fair? Fast pin for Shotzi. Shotzi immediately going for that fast pin, which was actually pretty good. Smart move. And so let's see. Back and forth. Bailey on top of them, laying down punches. We see Zelina Vega in the back. Not that anyone cares the least because nobody does. This is utter bullshit, guys. All three members of Death Triangle in the ring at one time, and I'm supposed to overcome this. That's a load of bullshit. And the worst part of all is the fact that Aubrey Edwards is just okay with this. She's just like, yeah, this is fine. I'm a brain dead idiot, just like I am on TV. And I lost. Because that's perfectly fair, right? To have to deal with all 3 at one fucking time. Kick out at 2. Let's see, 1, 2. But EO put her thing on the foot on the bottom rope. I talked to Savage for a little bit last night, but no, not tonight. It's not like I have him on speed dial or anything. So Bailey wins and is still going to Money in the Bank. Showing us about Logan Paul, which nobody cares. Watch, they'll give if they give that briefcase to Logan Paul, I am going to have to kill someone. And I don't want to kill someone. showing us the utter chaos that was this last week. It was actually a pretty good match, actually. Well, pretty good promo, stare down, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I don't want to see Logan Paul win either. Oh, here's hoping Grayson Waller is going to embarrass him. Here's hoping. I think Grayson Waller is going to embarrass Logan Paul. Logan Paul thinks he knows smack talking. Grayson Waller actually does know how to smack talk. Boom, boom, boom. Getting a commercial for something on PlayStation, which means it must be good. As we all know, PlayStation. It's where the big boys play. It's for Final Fantasy 16, which I can confirm to y'all is good. It was a great game. I'll try not to say anything too much about it because I know Savage is still playing it and he's loving every second of it, as he should. But I finished it, I think, yesterday, and oh my God, that game is. Spider-Man 2, I think, will still be my personal game of the year. But if Final Fantasy 16 wins Game of the Year, I won't complain. I won't be like, oh, it didn't earn it like Elden Ring. Elden Ring did not earn Game of the Year. That game was terrible. That's right. You heard me, and I will go on record and say it again. Elden Ring is a terrible game. Play the Royal Rumble? You mean, which are you talking about? Like in one of the 2K games, or are you talking about the actual game called Royal Rumble, the one that was like it was almost like a Mortal Kombat fighter? Mick. I mean, I've played both. I've played it in the 2K games, and I've played the Mortal Kombat style one. God, that was a fun game. Wish they would bring stuff like that back. V-Trigger, Xplex, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is game for the opponent. Uno, dos, three. $1993 video game. Yeah, it was a good game. I actually still play that on a regular basis on one of my emulators. Really good game, actually. Honestly, one of the best WWE games that was not a SmackDown versus Raw, No Mercy, one of the just one-off games. What? So I guess now they're talking about Bayley, and there's Shotzi getting into it with Bayley and Io. They're both beating her down. Says you want to mess with damage control. Oh, they're going to cut her hair. Now we get the Grayson Waller effect with your host, Grayson, future Hall of Famer Waller. Man, they're giving him a lot of titles, which is kind of cool, actually, but still. We're 24 hours away from Money in the Bank. His guest tonight is one of the favorites to win Money in the Bank. No, he's not. So help me God, if Logan Paul wins, I will kill someone. Not any of you guys, don't worry, but someone. I'm ready, Mick. It's gonna be good. Tonight, next match will be my character versus Jungle Boy, which honestly, I actually am glad Jungle Boy turned heel. It's about damn time. And I'm glad they're getting rid of that stupid whoa. Which if y'all saw his which reminds me, if y'all actually saw his heel promo, that was a pretty good heel promo for a guy who's never been a heel in his career. Logan Paul and the Grayson Waller effect. He says the London fans love him, which they don't. He's competing in his first Money in the Bank. What would it mean to Logan Paul if he won Money in the Bank? He claims that we've seen him compete against every championship, every person with a championship in this organization, and he's been able to keep up with all of them, which is actually true. As much as I hate Logan Paul, I do have to give the devil his credit. He is he's actually very talented. He's very good in the ring. He's going to finish what he started and take down the tribal chief. He says he may take that briefcase and smack LA Knight upside the head with it. That got him some boos because we all know, and here he comes, LA Knight. Because you know whose game it is? That's right. It's LA Knight's game. Yeah. They say that he's got them on their feet, which is true, because they are on their feet for the mega star that is Let me talk to you. Yeah. It's what he's been given. What LA Knight talking about he hasn't been given a damn thing, but every time he walks in, people jump to their feet. Right now, Logan Paul is standing in an LA Knight's ring. The odds are on LA Knight for a reason. LA Knight. Calling him a manager, which is funny because even as a manager, he would still be better than Logan Paul is. LA and London telling them that it is LA Knights. Logan Paul says they're drunk, they need to go home. Out comes Santos Escobar wearing a British version of the Latino World Order t-shirt, which is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life, but okay. Speaking Spanish, I'm not even going to try and tell y'all what he's saying because I don't speak Spanish, nor will I ever. He thinks Santos says he's the one who needs this. Mr. and Miss Money in the Bank, both members of the LWO. And here comes Butch. Butch doing the world a favor and beating the holy crap out of Logan Paul. Thank you, Butch. Santos Escobar. Would anyone like to see Pete Dunne beat the holy hell out of him? Beat the holy hell out of Logan Paul? Because I'd like to see that. Am I the only one? Anyone else want to see Butch beat the holy out of Logan Paul? And that was a rhetorical question because you know who wants to see everyone get. You know who wants to see Logan Paul get beat up? Everyone. You know who likes Logan Paul? Dubbies. Yeah. No. Wait. Now that I've seen it, I think you were talking about Santos Escobar. And no, Santos Escobar is good, but he is most definitely not. I repeat, he is most definitely not Eddie Guerrero levels of good. But you know who's better than both? That's right, Will Ospreay. You are beautiful on the inside. You are Chris Jericho, who is great. And now I know the time is going to whoop your butt. Inverted power slam, which sets up it's time for the finisher. And I have a two-part finisher. And we all know, here it comes, V-trigger, X-plex. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is game. Right now, it's a commercial break. Militaries and veterans get a free year of Fox Nation. I mean, should get a parade for every single one of them, but that's a whole other story. And yes, I do mean a parade for every single one of our men and women fighting overseas because they have earned it. Oh, I know you were just joking around, Mick. I'm just playing with you, man. Jokes are better if they have back and forth, right? So we got a triple threat here. Santos Escobar, LA Knight, and Butch. Butch and Santos in there right now. Both go for drop kicks. Both do tip ups. LA Knight in here, and he's with a DDT. They're talking about how everyone knows that Logan Paul is the worst human being to ever exist outside of CM Punk. LA Knight with knees to both Butch and Santos while they're in the corner. Logan Paul said they're talking about Logan Paul as the favorite when he's not. Because you know what? Favorite implies that people want to see him win. Nobody wants to see Logan Paul win. We just want to see him get killed. I mean, we just want to see him lose. Butch. Johannes, you are right. LA Knight better win. You know why? Because if he doesn't, if Logan Paul wins in London, there will be a riot and Logan Paul will be hanging from a noose tied around a street lamp. Yeah. Trust me, nobody riots like London. Fried chicken. Chicken. So, Richard, you better be joking. No. No, 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 no. And hey, guess what? No. No. There is literally no world in which Logan Paul should be Money in the Bank. Oh, crap. Damn it. See, they don't tell you. Some of these mini games, you don't understand what you're supposed to do. Butch with the win. I hope you're saying not happening that Logan Paul would win because let's be honest here. You know who wants to see Logan Paul as the world champion? Nobody. They're going to have Logan Paul climb. Hey, you know what? They're going to have Logan Paul climb the ladder now because it's the only chance he's ever going to get to climb that ladder. Literally anyone would be a more acceptable answer. Hell, I'm going to be honest with you here right now. CM Punk would be a more acceptable answer than that. Douche, Logan Paul. And we all know how I feel about CM Puke. AJ says, you think this is a game of chess and you beat me in 3 moves, huh? He says if he can't keep the poodle on the leash, then he has somebody who will. He accepts his challenge. So next week we will get Karrion Kross versus AJ Styles. A match I'm actually really looking forward to. And out comes Charlotte Flair. Woo! Nobody cares. I don't care what Savage says. Savage will tell you that Charlotte Flair is the greatest female wrestlers of all time. But Savage is wrong. They're talking her up about how she's a megastar. She's a 14-time world champion. Asuka versus Charlotte Flair for the world championship is coming up next. I wish I could say I care, but nobody does. Something with Cody now. They're showing us how Dom and Cody are going to go at it tomorrow night Saturday on Saturday at Money in the Bank, which we all know Dominic's going to win that match because Brock Lesnar is going to attack Cody and get him either count out or beat up or something. Thank you, Mick. I'm glad somebody sees it other than me. They're claiming audiences are falling in love with Disney's Elemental, even though it's the worst reviewed film this year. Ah! Of course, I think that's going to change pretty soon when the worst movie of all time, Geriatric Jones and the Quest for the Missing Bedpan, comes out. Damn it. Joke. Oscar? Who's Oscar? Woo! I just beat Omega and Moxley in the same night, people. In the same night. So, commercial break. Some sort of Life on Mars show or something. Who knows? Stars on Mars with Ronda Rousey in it. How's Ronda Rousey? Well, all right. Charlotte Flair, set for action. Against Asuka. Anyone taking bets? I'm saying Asuka here. Because if it's Charlotte Flair, then, well, that's stupid. This is Sting! There she is, your world champion, Asuka. Smile on the face of Asuka, we're told, and why wouldn't she be smiling? She's honestly one of the best, one of, if not the best thing going for it right now. Oh, you're picking Asuka. You said Oscar, so I got confused. Sting, nothing personal, but V-Trigger, X-Plex, Charlotte Flair, Challenger, and there's Bianca Belair in the front row. Richard, he will not be world champion. He will be assassinated before that can happen. I won't be the one to do it, but I guarantee you, if he wins I guarantee you, if he wins in London, there will be a full-on riot, and he will be assassinated, and the world will cheer. Here we go. Charlotte Flair with chops to Asuka. Lots of chops. Whoa. German suplex from Asuka that looked like it has Charlotte rattled already. Hip attack. Oh, Charlotte caught her. Charlotte Flair with a suplex of her own. Charlotte Flair going for, oh! Double knees to the face. And 1, 2. Going for another one. She was under the ring. 1. Charlotte keeps trying, but 1, 2. Let's go, Asuka chance. Surprising absolutely no one, by the way, there. Charlotte went for a big boot. Failed. Backstabber by Asuka. And we go to commercial break. Gillette Lab commercial, blah, blah, blah. Inverted power slam. In the meantime, I'm actually playing some wrestling. So Eddie Kingston's my opponent, and guess what that means? Boom! V-trigger, X-plex, and it is academic, folks. I don't think he got a single hit on me. Oh, he kicked out. First person that's kicked out of the V-trigger X-plex combo, but good for him. Not gonna work out too well for him, but because now he's gonna take an inverted power slam. Inverted power slam, followed by V-trigger. Oh, he countered my V-trigger. Well done, Eddie. Damn, I think Eddie might be better in this game than he is in the actual AEW roster. Commercial break, stuff for trucks. It's a shame nobody cares about it. It's a Ford, so, bleh. All right, let's end this the right way. V-trigger, X-plex. If he gets out of this, I'm going to be pissed because that'll be his second time taking a V-trigger. And no, he didn't kick out. Friday Night Smackdown next Friday. I don't know why it says 7:45 p.m. That's a weird time, but okay. Hi there, Hassan. Hassan? Who? Hassan, sorry. Hassan. Sorry, it looked like an O at first. Spear, 1, 2, kick out by Asuka. Thank goodness, because nobody wants to see Charlotte Flair as world champion again. They're talking about how Bianca Belair bought a ticket to the match. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm watching this. Moonsault takes out Asuka at ringside. I'm watching this and enjoying my AEW Fight Forever video game, which is really fun. I highly recommend it. It's all, you have all these people talking about, well, it's not as high tech looking as the WWE games, and it's like, no, you're right, it's not, but I'm not sure it needs to be. Oh, went after Asuka, but instead she kicked Bianca Belair in the face. Asuka, now let's see what she's doing. Oh, back body drop onto the apron, which, anyone want to guess where the hardest part of the ring is? I bet you can guess. Bianca Belair attacking Asuka in order to get Charlotte disqualified. Bianca's lost it. She's clearing off the table. Oh, hold on. Well, no wonder I feel like I'm behind him. Damn. Oh, Lord. My streaming thing froze on me. Give me a second here, guys. Streaming service is frozen up on me, so hopefully it gets fixed soon, but if not, I may have to call the stream here tonight. I hope I don't, because this streaming service, guys, sometimes I swear I just am like, why? Why am I paying for this? Sends a big time message. Hey, tell us again how Asuka pulled Bianca into the hack and stuff. I mean, they got to do something to make Bianca Belair seem like she matters when here's a hint she doesn't. They're showing us again how Solo turned on the two Usos. Another commercial break. Me whooping John Moxley. Y'all are welcome. Oh, and in the best possible way, am I whooping him? I'm whooping him in the match that he made famous. The exploding, nobody cares, it's Jon Moxley. We hope he gets blown up match. Inverted power slam, guys, into the exploding barbed wire of doom. Military press power slam, you guys. And what do y'all think? Should I send Moxley into the should I send Moxley into the barbed wire again? Oh, who am I kidding? It's fun to send Moxley into barbed wire. Let's do it. And he is bleeding, ladies and gentlemen. Jon Moxley is bleeding. Jon Moxley bleeding from his ribs. Why? Because I threw him into barbed wire. Exploding barbed wire of, oh, and I just threw myself into a table. Okay. I'm not sure how that works exactly, how I threw myself into a table, but okay. And off goes the explosion, the big one. That is true, Johannes. Moxley is always bleeding, but for once it wasn't because he was bleeding. It wasn't because he was bleeding on his own. I made him bleed by throwing him into exploding barbed wire. Holy shit chants coming from the match as both of us are now bleeding because that he didn't return the favor. He sent me into some barbed wire. So now both of us heavily bleeding. We are both bleeding. I'm bleeding from my back where I went into the exploding barbed wire. Moxley is bleeding from his everywhere where he went into the exploding barbed wire. It is like chaos in the ring here. It is. They were right. There is so much blood in this. It looks like the set of a Wes Craven horror movie, guys. It is chaos. This ring looks like a Wes Craven film, but I am ready to end it. Xplex. And that's it, guys. 1, 2, 3. Shayna Baszler is going to take on Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Gunther versus Matt Riddle. I actually wouldn't mind that, Richard. I think that I think Dominic versus Seth could be a good match. I don't think Seth should lose the title, but I think it could be a good match. I love this. I do. I love that there's that they show clips from actual AEW matches. They just showed when Moxley and they showed when Moxley faced Kenny Omega in that exploding barbed wire death match, which was ooh, boy. Eh. I think for me personally, and I'm only talking for myself, I can't talk for the rest of the world. I don't want to see Cody take the title from Seth. I still think that if Cody's going to get any title, it needs to be one of the big ones. But, you know, it's a personal opinion. By the way, there's a rumor, guys. I don't know if y'all have heard about it or not, but there's a rumor. Well, there was two rumors. I talked about one tonight, and I'll talk about. Actually, I'll go over both again. There's a rumor that Brian Cage may be coming to AEW soon because he's tired of being in Ring of Honor and he doesn't want to go back to AEW. And there's also a rumor floating that Drew McIntyre may come back pretty soon. Which, how would y'all feel about that? What do you think, guys? How would y'all feel if CML? Mm. Roman Reigns coming to the ring. We all know that what that means. Like NASCAR, y'all can all go take a bathroom break, get some popcorn, come back. He'll probably still be on his way. I'd actually be okay with that, Johannes. I mean, Mick, that's not even funny, but okay. I'd be good with that, Johannes. I think Drew coming back and just being an absolute just I destroy shit badass. I'd be good with that. And now another commercial break because evidently Fox loves commercial breaks. Talk about something with Trish Stratus and Alundra Blaze. Stone Cold takes on America. Well, Stone Cold may take on America, but Orange Cassidy just took on a kick or a V trigger to the face. I don't know why I did it that way. I just felt like it. Meep. Meep, 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 meep. I don't know why I'm doing this. I guess because I'm just kind of bored of commercials. I feel like sometimes there's more commercials than there is shows. Payback is a bitch. It is. I have no problem saying that on this show because that's a phrase that's been around for the better part of, I don't know, 10, 15 years. So. I'm better than you. Well, it could be a lot better. I'll agree with you. But here's the thing you got to keep in mind and remember, okay? You got to remember that SmackDown will never be seen as the highest show and what they push the most because in their mind, Raw is still the flagship show, always will be, and they're going to continue to do it that way. Well, yeah, that's how all the best stories work. Is the guy who, he thinks he's untouchable, he builds up this massive army, and then it's like, and then he gets taken down from the inside. That's one of the better stories out there. Waller Effect next week featuring Edge. This will be interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing Edge in a feud with Grayson Waller. But we also know we're going to get Karrion Kross versus AJ Styles. That should be another good match. We will see Sheamus versus Austin Theory live for the United States Championship. Which, I mean, obviously Austin's going to retain, but still, it could be a good match. Oh, I agree completely. I agree with you completely, 1,000%, Johannes. But it doesn't change the fact that WWE doesn't see it that way. Honestly, I stopped seeing Raw as the flagship show when they started I mean, I know everybody's going to have different opinions and different. This is where it stopped being good for me and blah 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 blah. But I stopped caring when they started doing the whole, oh, it's a different guest host every week. When that happened, I stopped caring. We all know tonight we will hear him say, London, acknowledge me. London, acknowledge me. I have to admit, that is one of WWE's better catchphrases right now. I'm trying to think, Richard. I actually kind of will say I think it should be Jimmy. All right, not Jimmy, Jay. I think Jay should do it. We Roman says, we ain't the ones. He's the one. He says he's the greatest of all time. He is the greatest of all time. He is the head of the table. He is Roman freaking Reigns. He's the only one who loves the Usos. He's the only one who's given them opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. He took them to the promised land. Sorry, guys. So I got a question for everyone who's on here tonight. Fun question. Wrestler who you know that other people love, but you've never understood the hype. I will go ahead and I will go first, and I will tell you all this to your face. Thank you, Johannes. I will tell you this to your face. Daniel Bryan, incredibly overrated in my opinion. I think Daniel Bryan he's okay. I think he's decent at what he does. I think he's a good technical wrestler, but I didn't care for him in WWE. I don't care for him in AEW. I don't care. He's just someone that I go, he's there. Like I personally, I hope we never see him as the AEW World Champion. He wants them to bow down, acknowledge him, apologize to him. The crowd doesn't like that very much. And out come the Usos. Bow, 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 bow. Woo! Eight people watching right now. That makes me happy. So thank y'all, everyone, for being here. Richard, you agree with me that it should be Jay. Awesome. Awesome. I'm glad. So I asked all of y'all, and I'll ask y'all one more time just in case you didn't hear the question. But who, in y'all's opinion, is a wrestler that everyone else loves, and you're like, Mine is Daniel Bryan. But anyways, he says he's got it twisted. To spit facts. We are past the acknowledging. They are past the apologizing. He's never thought about what happens if he loses. So you're like me, Johannes. You're not a big Daniel Bryan fan, and you're not a big Orange Cassidy fan. I don't care for Orange Cassidy either. I get it. I agree with you. Usos chant going on right now, guys. Tomorrow they go to war at Money in the Bank. And when he loses, he's the only one out. Somebody's got their vote. CM Punk is one I also agree with. He's also terrible. They're saying they think Solo could be the new tribal chief. I'd be okay with that, actually. He says that they need to shut their mouth coming out here and talking to them like that. Do they think this is a game? CM Punk already is a good actor. He's made lots of people think that he's a decent human being. That's a pretty good acting job. He says that the Usos are nothing without him. Oh, no, I agree with you. I got you, Richard. You were saying CM Puke. I agree with you. CM Puke is terrible. Miserable human being. The Civil War begins. The Usos going at it. The Numblarks going at it. The Poobly Booblies going at it. Just everybody in the ring going at it. Because why not? That's how this works, right? Well, that's what we all want to see. We just want to see them beat the hell out of each other. Now here comes security, referees, everybody and the mama coming out here. It is pure chaos right here. I know, right, Johannes? And let's be honest here. Let's be honest with each other, okay? It couldn't happen to a nicer guy, could it? Oh, you little shit. Moxley's trying to take my pin. Oh, that don't work for me, Mox. Now Eddie Kingston's trying to take my pin. Why everybody trying to take my pin? Get your own damn pin. And that is it for Smackdown, folks. Goes off the air with everybody going chaos, and it is going to be a civil war this Saturday. A civil bloody war. I don't know why I do the weird voices. It's just fun. So everyone excited for Money in the Bank? Excited to see LA Knight get that briefcase? Because if anybody else gets it, we riot! Oh, let's see. My picks for tomorrow. I thought it was Saturday, but anyways, let's see. I think Gunther retains over Riddle, although I think it will be a very good match. I think it will probably be Riddle's best match since he's come back. I think that the women's Money in the Bank, I want to say Zoe Stark, but we'll see. The men's Money in the Bank needs to be LA Knight, but the acceptable is anyone that is not named Logan. Nobody gives a crap about me, and everybody wants to see me dead, Paul. Let's see. What else? What else? The winners of the Civil War. I believe the winners of the Civil War is probably going to be. I think that'll probably end up being the team of the Usos. I could be wrong, but I do really think it's going to be the Usos. I think. Let's see what else. Dominic is going to beat Cody when Brock Lesnar interferes. And I think that might be about it for my picks. The other matches are, I don't know that I really care that much. Those are the big ones, but I think it's going to be a good couple of matches. So, anyways, so now that's over. You think Rollins and Balor's going to be a DQ? I could see it being that. Oh, are you kidding me? So the current match I'm going to have, guys, in AW Fight Forever, I've got to beat Paul White, and I've got to do it in under 3 minutes. So this is going to be a fun match. Said nobody ever. I mean, 3 minutes. I've got 3 minutes in which to beat the world's largest athlete, as he was booked back in the day. This should be a fun match, huh? So, what do y'all think, though? Who do y'all not want to see win the stuff? Oh, good Lord. Did you seriously ask me that? Oh, as Mick will tell you, you will not find a bigger Will Ospreay fan in this group. I believe that Ospreay is one of, if not the best competitors in the world right now. I do believe that with all my heart. Who is the most overrated female wrestler? Ooh, that's a tough one. Part of me says it's Charlotte Flair, and another part of me says it's Toni Storm. Because honestly, this whole Outcast thing has only further proved the problem to me, which is she sucks. So, anyways, to answer your question, most overrated, I'd probably stick with my answer. Charlotte Flair or Toni Storm. Or Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair is pretty terrible, too. God. Oh, yeah, that match with Kenny Omega was everything I hoped it would be and more. God. There's no way I'm beating Paul White in under 3 minutes. This is impossible. I can't even lift him half the time. Yeah, my character goes to lift him, and he's like, "Oh no, this sucker's too heavy." Yeah, I lost that. That there was no way I could beat him in under 3 minutes. Sasha Banks, you think Mercedes Moné is overrated? I can see that. I can see that. I'm not a huge Sasha Banks fan. Yeah. Ospreay versus Omega at Wembley 3, and I'll be honest with you, I can tell you who I want to win that match, which is Ospreay, but it should be a hell of a match. That should be an absolute hell of a match, guys. So, well, I guess since, yeah, I think Ospreay wins too. I think it'll be a really close match. I think there'll be a couple times they'll make us think, well, maybe they're going to give it to Kenny. But I think ultimately Will Ospreay is going to win, and I think that's because that's what's best for that company. I mean, how's it going to work if you're constantly having to do the you know what? If you're going to have to do the New Japan US title on freaking AEW. Like, I don't think that's going to work. I mean, yes, I know they have a partnership and all, but they still have their own shows that they have to do. And I think that having it on him, I don't think it'll happen at Money in the Bank, but I do think, yes, LA Knight will cash in on, actually, yeah, I think he will cash in on Roman. I think that could be really good. As long as they don't screw up and go, well, he's going to cash in, but, he's not going to win. It's like Roman Reigns has overcome enough already. We gotta do something, guys. We can't just let him win every freaking match forever. So Adam Cole taken for the Xplex, and that right there, suckers, is game. Yeah, I could see. Yeah, could be really good. But anyways, well, since nobody else is here, and I'm sure y'all don't want to hear nothing but me yammering, I'm probably gonna go. So I will see y'all next time. Hope everyone has a great evening. Enjoy some time with your family this weekend if you can. And I will.
Nice stiffen.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, present you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.